too early in the morning for a red wine, so a coffee will have to suffice. Hot as hell. Yeah, that was good. What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new episode of Cosplay Chris. And today I'm going to be doing a Series 1 review of the newly released Good Omens from Amazon Prime Video. Now when it comes to myself and TV series, I am a creature of habit. It takes a lot for me to watch a brand new series on a streaming platform or just in general. I will usually go back to golden oldies from the 90s on my DVDs and just watch a lot of reruns. Again, because I'm a creature of habit. But I checked out Good Omens and I've got to say it's one of the most refreshing shows and one of the wittiest shows I have watched in a long time. So for those who don't know, Good Omens is based off the 1990 novel of the same name. So the original book, Good Omens, the nice, accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter, which was written by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. So Neil Gaiman actually wrote the entire TV series himself for Amazon Prime Video. The entire series was directed by Douglas McKinnon. If you want a classy cast, say that 10 times, you've got it. I mean, this is the best of the best, and they all bring their A game in this series. You've got Michael Sheen, David Tennant, Jon Hamm, Frances McDormand as the voice of God. Again, this is why this show is so unique and different. It is essentially daring to be different. David Tennant plays Crowley, a demon who has lived on Earth since the dawn of creation. He is also accompanied by Michael Sheen as Aziraphale, an angel who has lived on Earth as long as Crowley. So to give some backstory on our two main characters, Aziraphale, played by Michael Sheen, was an angel and former guardian of the Garden of Eden, whilst Crowley, played by David Tennant, is the demon who tempted Adam and Eve. So again, it's all little tie-ins here and there, and it's just that quirky kind of humor that revolves around these very biblical icons, names, and events. So the basic premise of the entire series, there are 6 episodes about an hour long, is that they are trying to find and stop the Antichrist before the apocalypse, the 4 horsemen, like I said, all these massive biblical events and icons, but with a lot of quirky humor, and I guess you could almost say it's kind of a piss take. And it's really well done. The dialogue is witty, the writing is on point, the acting is amazing. There are an abundance of cameos in this series, not just in the flesh, but people doing voice work. You'll see a certain character even though it's CGI, and you hear the voice and you think, is that who I think it is? And you quickly go on the internet and you're like, that's exactly who I thought it was. The chemistry between Sheen and Tennant is on point. It doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel fake, it doesn't feel like these are 2 actors that are just working for a paycheck. They are natural, they are funny, they are witty, the dialogue is sharp between the 2 of them. Jon Hamm plays Gabriel, so he's kind of like the middleman, the go-to guy when it comes to trying to track down the Antichrist. Now I know this is the silliest pun ever, but Jon Hamm seriously hams it up in this series. He just has that douchey, schmuckish tone about him throughout the entire series. So much so, he does have a massive character arc towards the end. He really shows his true colors. And of course, the final episode, which is the 6th episode, leads up to the apocalypse. It is all about the battle between heaven and hell, angels versus demons, the end is nigh. Hands down the standout performance in the entire series, Michael McKean as Shadwell. The dude does the most convincing Scottish accent I've ever heard. Now another interesting thing about this series is the use of camera angles. There are a lot of wide lens angle shots in this series. I guess it's kind of a way to show that this is another world that we're in, even though we are set on Earth. It is set in 2018. It still does take place in other realms, not just Earth. And when we are in those certain realms, if it's a close-up of a character's face, they use a wide angle lens. Usually a wide angle lens shot is very off-putting, but in this case it works. It works with that quirkiness of the rest of the series. Now, being the cosplay guy, I've got to talk about the costumes and the makeup. Usually for a TV series, the budget is a lot less than a feature film, even though this is, you know, a 6-hour endeavor. The costumes are on point, especially the yin and yang with Sheen and Tennant. You know, you got the angel, you have the demon, but they dress so classy. I love it. Of course, I'm sporting my demon attire today. The makeup is quite fantastic, especially for a TV budget. We see in a certain episode, I think it's the 3rd episode in, where Sheen and Tennant go through all the pivotal points in history, and they have a lot of costume changes, also some makeup changes, including some prosthetic work, and it's quite on point. It's subtle, it's not very fake, break, it's not very low budget. Another make and break point with the TV series is the CGI. There isn't an abundance of CGI in the series, but there is in the final episode, and you will understand why. Again, I'm trying to be as non-spoiler as possible, but there is something that required a lot of CGI, and again, for telly, it worked, or in this case, streaming. So guys, overall, I had a lot of fun with Good Omens. I haven't read the book. The more I talk to people about it, they tell me they have read the book, so obviously it was quite popular back in the day. But I guess it's interesting coming from someone who hasn't read the book. It was different, it was witty, it was a good piss take on the biblical realms and all the pivotal points in history. Tennant and Sheen and Naturals, the rest of the cast bring their A game. Visually, it's beautiful, it's classy, it's well shot, it's differently shot. With those wide angle shots, you will understand why. So guys, with that being said, I'm gonna be giving Good Omens 4.5 hellish geeks out of 5. Thank you so much as always for watching, guys. Thank you for checking out my review of Good Omens today. I will leave the link in the video description of the Amazon Prime video link to go check out Good Omens. It's a damn good watch. It's the apocalypse like you've never seen it before. Just a hellish good time. So many bad puns. So drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on Good Omens, and also let me know in the comments section, what would you do if the apocalypse was coming and it was your final day on Earth? I want to know, man. Guys, wherever you are in the world, have yourselves a cracker of a day. Hope you're well, hope you're happy, be merry, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.